You may notice a different face in the interview seat. I'm not Joe Brunk. I'm Tyler Fernandez, joined by head coach Mark Spader of the Bowling Green Purples high school football
Thanks,
team.
Tyler.
Coach, appreciate you allowing me to step into your office interview today.
Appreciate it. Good to have you here.
Yes, sir. First off, let's talk about the game against Cal, because obviously don't want to lose to a team like Cal, but granted they're defending 3A state champions. As a coach, I know it's obviously not the result you wanted, but you got to be proud with the way the kids competed.
Yeah, I love how we handled the road trip. It was a long trip, and our guys got off the bus, pulled themselves together, and we went out and competed from start to finish in it. Did not finish the game. They made a few more plays at the end than we did. They've got a really fine football team, and it would have been nice to get a win against them, but I'm real proud of the level of play that our kids played at, and I told them after the game, that's the level. I know what level of play we gave Friday night. I expect a better level of play each week. We're trying to work hard in practice, correct errors. We're still moving some personnel around, so we're still a work in progress, but it's starting to pull together.
Yeah, and one of the coaches mentioned after the game when he interviewed Joe, he said that he was very, pleased with the way everything was. Like, he didn't take it as, like a tough one to lose to, but guess what? We feel confident in who we are, and that shows the mindset of the team.
Right, and it's a really good team on our schedule. We're used to playing those teams like that. You got to learn from it, win or lose, and you got to move on. So it's not the end of the road for us. It's not in the playoffs. It did have a playoff feel to it, which was a lot of fun for our kids. It was a great crowd, and that's going to be something we can put in our memory bank for down the road when we're playing some of those tough playoff games.
Head Coach Mark Spader, the Bowling Green Purples football team, here with us on our pregame interview. Coach, let's get a little injury update on Travy Barber, because there's been a lot of talk across this area about Travy. Can you kind of give us an injury update on where he's at, and could we potentially see him play some against Warren Central?
Well, we made an in-house decision today that he's not going to play tomorrow night, but I feel like after the fall break, he's going to continue to work, and I think he'll be ready to go when we come back with Greenwood High School coming off of our fall break, and he'll be at 100% at that time, and that's what's most important. I think he's been eager to get on the field, but we want to make sure that he can take care of himself. He, of course, is going to be a big weapon for our team, and he's excited to be playing.
Let's go ahead and preview the matchup against Warren Central, another district game. As you guys are currently 1-0 in that department, looking at the film early on, what stands out to you about this Warren Central offense that could potentially kind of give you guys a little bit of trouble?
Well, I'll start with the program overall. You can see a big difference with what Coach Harness has done there for 2 years. You could tell they are practicing details. They've got personnel packages on offense. They know what they're doing on defense. Their kids are being coached. They've done an outstanding job of getting their kids ready, and it shows. They're 3-3, and from where they're coming from, that they've really put themselves in a better position, and you can tell that their program is moving forward. Offensively, it starts and ends with their quarterback, with the Dunn kid. He gets it done with his arm. He gets it done with his feet. He's got a couple guys that he loves to throw it to. The running back is serviceable. So offensively, they're going to shoot the ball out to their skill kids, whether it's, quick screens or hitch routes, or they're going to beat you down the seam or over the top. And, he's racked up yards in every game, and they put points on the board. So we got our hands cut out there. And then defensively, they fly around. They got some linebackers that are really active and getting to the ball. And we got to make sure that we're, once again, improving as a team, taking this on. This is our second district game. We need to be 2-0 in the district when the game's over.
Yeah, and that makes this district game a lot more important for you guys,
yes,
especially for you guys on the defensive side of football, because Warren Central loves to throw the ball. They have really two good receivers. I know we didn't mention yet, but they got Ramon North, who's really good, as same with Jules Hyde. So how important is going to be defensively to guard those receivers?
Well, just as in any game, we're coming off a game against Cal where we're recovering a receiver that's got probably 10 SEC offers. So, we were really challenged there, and, I think our kids grew from that. So, here we go against, another couple of good receivers. I trust that they'll take their in-game experience and move forward with that. We're going to have to get pressure on Dunn, keep them in the pocket, get them down, and not let him be comfortable back there.
Hey, Coach Mark Spader, the Bowling Green Purples football team, here with us. Last couple of questions for you, Coach. Let's talk about Anthony Davis and his progression. How would you evaluate him, not only ever since he took over against St. X, but just the way he's just continued to grow in this office, despite the fact that he's been really young?
Well, he's grown each week, and he's stepped on the field in some big time situations, and a little nervous at first. He still does some freshman things. He'll continue to do that throughout the year. He's very coachable. He's humble. He asks good questions. I think he's improving each week. He came out of that game with some regrets of some routes he missed, and I feel like he's worked this week. He wants to improve upon that. He's got really good guys to throw to, and he trusts them. And I'm proud of how he's handling things. People are trying to pressure him there, here and there, and he's really shown a lot of maturity. And he'll continue to grow as we move along here.
Yep. And keys to victory against a Good Morning Central team. How did the Bowling Green Purples try to get a win against the Dragons?
I always feel like our special teams are very important, and they're starting to come together as well. They really helped us out. I mean, we opened up the game last week with a kickoff return for a touchdown. So anytime you can do that, you're giving your team some momentum, feeling good about ourselves. So, special teams have to be big for us, and then we got to continue to grow as an offense and defense and take care of business and do what we're supposed to do there.
Yeah, and last question for you, Coach. I know it's a little bit off topic from the game we were doing this week, but Deuce Bailey got to get some playing time when Missouri State took on WKU. How would you kind of evaluate the way he played? Because even though the passing number didn't jump off you a bit, but he can run like a deer, and he does a really good job of extending plays.
And he does, and I'm so proud of him for putting himself in a position to be the number 2 there. He worked his tail off. He kind of got thrown in the fire. It gave me some flashbacks to when we threw him in as a freshman at the high school level. He doesn't really want to show off his wheels much. He likes to throw the ball. So I think he'd like to get comfortable back in there, make some big-time throws, and then when things break down, get it done with his feet. But there were times in the game he was running for his life, and, we kind of giggled because we've lived through that with him, but we know what kind of guy he is. Very proud of him, the work he's put in. I think a bunch of coaches are planning on going down to MTSU next Wednesday. He's going to get a start down there. So just proud of another former Purple that's going out there and doing good things.
Yeah, and coached by a former Purple too, Ryan Beard as well, man.
Oh, the pride for Ryan and the whole Beard family behind him. He does a fantastic job. They've got a great head coach there, and I think that mix with him and Deuce, some old Purples there will pay off for him.
Yeah, that's head coach Mark Spader of the Bowling Green Purples football team with us. Coach, appreciate you taking the time. Best of luck to y'all against Warren Central.
Go Purples!
Go Purples!